All right, welcome back everybody to Buckeye Banter. This episode is our Buckeye preview game for this big game against Clemson. We're also going to touch a little bit on Cavs, Browns, and the coach in Florida that won't shut his mouth. So without further ado, let's get right into this episode of Buckeye Banter. Welcome to Buckeye Banter Sports in the OH. All right. Well, welcome back. And again, we're just going to get right into this Buckeye preview. Just want to talk a little bit about some of the other games today, but just really briefly. I imagine most of you out there listening to me are feeling the same as me. Just want SEC and ACC teams to lose. Normally, I don't root for um, Notre Dame, but I'll be pulling for them, obviously. And also, although I wouldn't mind, beating Bama, assuming we can win this game tonight, which we'll get to in a minute. Um, yeah. So, first, I just want to touch on Dan Mullen and his comments after the game. Um, this guy's a knucklehead. I'm sorry. Um, so if you haven't seen what he said, this is what he said. He said, I kind of viewed, this is a quote, by the way. I don't know, maybe this is wrong. That wasn't the 2020 football team that you saw. There were 25 guys missing off the 2020 football team out there tonight. That was kind of a kickstart for us for the future, an opportunity for the young guys to play. The last game the 2020 team played was 11 days ago. By the way, they lost that game also. And they lost the game before that to a not very good LSU team this year. So, um, you know, it's ridiculous to say these things, especially considering the biggest impact players that were out. Um, these guys weren't out because of COVID. A lot of teams have suffered this year with missing guys in both the professional and college level for COVID. Our Buckeyes, just the last game, were missing Chris Olave because of COVID, and a lot of other players. We missed, guys. We had, I think, 23 players and 4 coaches miss one game. COVID, not because they decided not to play. So Mullen runs his yap yesterday, or yeah, the day before, after the game, when the biggest impact guys who weren't out there because they chose, those players chose themselves over the team. Now that's their right. They can choose that. But that's a team culture issue. That's a him issue. That's a Dan Mullen, head coach of a team issue that he should be instilling in his players. We've had this happen before, but very few times that Ohio State players have not played a bowl game. Very few. I personally don't like it. I understand their motivation, but I don't like it. And for him to make this excuse is ridiculous. Now, thankfully, a lot of the media folks have been really getting on him about it. But I'm sorry. Your players weren't most of them, at least the ones that were most impactful that those 3 wide receivers, 2 top wide receivers, and their star tight end. They were out because they chose not to play. So don't compare this don't make some lame excuse that this was not the 2020 team. Sorry, it is your 2020 team. It just happens that some of your 2020 players would rather protect themselves and their NFL potential than play for their team and their brothers that they lined up with and fought with all year long. That's a culture issue. Sorry, that's my take. I don't know what you guys think, but let me know if you agree or disagree on Dan Mullen in the comments. So, let's get into Ohio State and this matchup with Clemson. I know a lot of people nationally don't think we have a chance. There's a lot of reason to doubt the consistency of the performances for this team. I think that two things to me are why I feel like we're going to win this game. One, um, I think that a lot of these guys came back for this reason. Um, a lot of these guys fought to get a chance to play this season because they wanted this rematch with Clemson. Now, that being said, I think our defense really is going to have to step up this week. Um, our offensive line tonight. Our offensive line is going to have to play one of their better games. But I think being healthy is going to allow us to have the team on the field that we need to have on the field that can do it. And I think that we're going to win the game. My guess is it's not quite as high scoring as a lot of them end up being. Again, hopefully we don't get any stupid penalties like we got last year. I'm not going to get into all of that and rehash all of our terrible memories from what happened last year. But I'm going to say we win 31-27. Um, that's my prediction. Love to see your predictions also in the comments. Let me know what you think. Who's going to win? And what your score prediction is in the comments. So, with that, I just want to touch on also, I already mentioned I'm pulling for Notre Dame, most because I just want every SEC team to lose. So I really want to see Notre Dame, Notre Dame, Northwestern, and Cincinnati all win today. To me, that is going to be just some good vindication. So that's what I'm hoping for, and we'll see what happens. We already got the Florida loss, and Wake Forest lost to Wisconsin, which was an ACC team. So far, some of the main potential culprits out there. Obviously, we've got an IU Indiana versus Mississippi game, which I hope Indiana can take that one, and then UNC and Texas A&M. I got to root for UNC in that one. We want to make everyone understand that the SEC is just not what they think it is. Maybe we can shut up Paul Feinbaum for a minute or two on the ESCCPN. So, yeah, all that to say is I'm going to say that I actually think Cincinnati will beat Georgia. I think that defense is legit. And I think that Cincinnati will beat them. So, just want to go ahead and throw that out there. That's my prediction on that one. As far as the Browns go, I just want to touch on, really briefly, a couple things Browns. We're going to do a full Browns preview tomorrow, probably with the game review. So tomorrow we'll probably have a Buckeye reaction video and a Browns preview video. But just want to touch on quickly. I was just watching Good Morning Football on NFL Network, and they pretty much said, we just have to win. Like, I know we lost Denzel Ward. I know we've got, some COVID issues that are crazy right now. We get all these wide receivers back. Mason Rudolph is going to be starting at quarterback. TJ Watt's not playing. Cameron Hayward's not playing. Maurice Pouncey's not playing. So we just need to win. Let's not put this in the hands of any other team. Go out there and get that victory. We'll keep an eye on what happens with these other with COVID updates today. If you see on our Facebook feed, I posted a question saying if only one team could win. And I know none of us that are both Browns and Buckeye fans want to have to answer this question. But if only one team could win this weekend, if you had to pick just one, Buckeyes versus Clemson tonight, or Cleveland versus Pittsburgh on Sunday? Which one do you pick? So if you go to the Facebook feed and respond to that, love to have your response. It's a difficult question. I really hope both teams win. I wouldn't want to pick just one, but if I had to, my personal choice is the Browns. Buckeyes will continue to be dominant even if we lose to Clemson again, although I really hope that doesn't happen. But the Browns need this. Cleveland needs this. So, and it's the Steelers. It's not even just the Browns versus anybody in Week 17. This is Cleveland versus the Steelers. So, I say if we got to just have one, I'm going with the Browns. So, with that, let's wrap up this episode with just a quick update on the Cavs. So we started off 3-0. Now we've lost 2 in a row. And it appears that Bickerstaff had a big team meeting yesterday, really trying to sort of stem the tide a little bit on this, and just get everybody back on the same page, and basically just trying to be encouraging but also holding them accountable. It sounds like that there was a lot of emotions in the locker room, and that's a good thing. If people don't care, then that's not a good thing. So emotions are good. So let's see what happens, how they respond after 2 losses. Let's face it, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not expecting the playoffs. I would love to see them get in the hunt, but I wasn't expecting a playoff run this year. Now with Drummond, if Love is healthy and the way Drummond is playing, the way these 2 guards are actually playing, if you haven't watched, I'm telling you, Darius Garland is a different player. He's got floor vision. He's getting a lot of assists, getting steals. Colin Sexton is becoming an assassin out there. He's just lighting up the scoreboard. And a lot of these other guys are filling in. Dante Exum has been excellent so far in the role that they need him to be in. We haven't had a Coro for the last couple games. But still, this team is legit. Got some potential to at least get in the hunt. So it's going to be interesting. And this is all without Porter Jr., who everyone thought after last year was likely the best of the 3 rookie or young players, first or second year players. So he gets his personal stuff worked out, and who knows what could happen here. Well, there's a lot of potential all of a sudden in this young Cavs roster. So let's see what happens. Don't sleep on the Cavs. I personally am a big fan of JV Bickerstaff and what he's been able to do to get these players to buy in and play the style of play he wants them to play. It's been excellent. So, all right, with that, go Bucks. No, this is it. Game day, folks. If you haven't seen the hype video, check it out. It was excellent. I'm probably going to post it on the Facebook feed as well. I don't think I did that yet, so I'll put that up there, and I'll put this video out there, and enjoy. OH! Don't forget, like, subscribe, share, all the stuff. It's all around here somewhere, depending on where you're watching. Like, subscribe, share. Thank you very much. And yeah, go Bucks.